Hey everybody, happy Halloween! It's finally here, and that calls for a regular Halloween Spooktacular. And what better way to celebrate the holiday than with the oldest Halloween-themed family in America, the Munsters. Or the zombies, depending on if you prefer real or fiction. The Munsters first aired in September of 1964 and have had a tremendous legacy in American television as far as what the modern sitcom is. The series followed Herman Munster and his vampire wife Lydia, as well as their children's grandfather, who wanted it to be the good old days in Transylvania. The show was an instant classic, and although some of us with a more refined and better palate maybe prefer the Addams Family for its more sophisticated humor and complex characters and Gomez and Morticia, the Munsters is good fun as well, and I like that they're actually monsters. The main guy on this show, he was green, even though it was black and white, and I like that. Fast forward several decades after the Munsters has been canceled, and enter Rob Zombie.
A Rob Zombie poster.
Perhaps the most Halloween man that there ever was. Raised in a carnival, named after a zombie, Rob Zombie, although he first and foremost is a musician, fancies himself a filmmaker, from such hits as House of a Thousand Corpses and that Halloween remake that they made him make a sequel to. But it seemed like a good fit that Rob Zombie would decide that his passion project, the movie that he wanted to make most, would be a modern take on the Munsters. It's gothic, he's gothic, it's Halloween, it all gels together, and I was so excited until the second trailer came out, and it turned out that the production value of the 1960s show actually ran laps around Rob Zombie's movie. So to see Rob Zombie spend about a total of $10 and having it look like I could have made a better movie with my iPhone, a little disappointing. Actually, upon this trailer coming out, I sent it to my good friend Jeremy, who has appeared here many times, and he said exactly what I was thinking. If I had worked on this movie, I would ask for my name to be taken out of the credits. And maybe I'm being a jerk. It could be. So I thought, why am I gonna judge this unfairly? The worst that's gonna happen is that this movie is bad, and I laugh at it. So my wife and I are gonna sit down today, and we're going to watch, in its entirety, The Munsters on Netflix.
Wow! Pardon the interruption, it's me, Herman Munster. No, psych, I am just Frankenstein. No, psych again, I'm Frankenstein's monster. Read a book, Frankenstein was the doctor. Regardless of who I am, if you're enjoying this video, you like watching people who watch movies and make jokes, or maybe you're really into the Munsters. Similar content to this gets published on this channel all the time, and you could see that content just by liking this video and subscribing. Show the YouTube algorithm what you want, hit the button, it's absolutely free, and you'll get to see more content just like this. Don't you want to see more of this? Alright, I'm gonna go eat a villager or something. I don't know, I never read the book.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
We, to preface, are an Addams Family. You never watched the Munsters growing up.
No, it just was never something that really interests me.
I don't think that this is going to change your mind, but maybe Rob Zombie really pulled it out and everyone's just being really mean.
Sincerely doubt that, because I barely made it through the trailer.
So already we're looking at a Spirit Halloween ad here.
Honestly, it looks like the ads that they do for Freeform for like the 31 Nights of Halloween. Crypt Keeper is gonna pop up. It also reminds me of the beginning of the Thriller video.
This movie is 2 hours long.
It's an hour 50.
It's the same thing.
Hagrid? Alright.
Oh my god! R.I.P. Is it Hagrid?
No.
It's just Cheryl Moon Zombie.
This is it.
That's it.
That
Grandpa?
mask and makeup is hideous, and not in a good way.
No. This is bad. Why aren't his lips moving when he talks?
I feel like a lot of this is gonna try to get by on the fact that it's like a reboot of a 60s show. Oh, it can be cheesy, it can be poorly acted, it can look bad, because it's supposed to be from the 60s.
Although The Munsters was from the 60s and it was cheesy on purpose, it was well made.
Yes.
It was exceptionally well made for the time that it was in. Again, we talk about Addams Family. That Addams Family values, and the first Addams Family movie for that matter, or the Brady Bunch movie even, are great examples of how to do a cheesy 60s show well. What the f*** is happening here?
Ooh, I did like that coffin. Nosferatu. Is that Willem Dafoe?
There's Lily. That's Rob Zombie's Halloween wife. And every other day.
I have zero problem with him putting his wife in his movies because I would really hope that if you were a famous director and producer that you would put me in your movies, even though I'm not an actress, but I'd want to do it anyway.
Here's the thing. I love that Rob Zombie puts his wife in his movies, but you know who else does that?
Adam Sandler.
I didn't know that, but Matthew Vaughn puts his wife in all of his movies. Sometimes she has a part, and if he can't find a part for her, she winds up on a billboard or in a picture. He doesn't automatically make her the lead every time, is what I'm saying.
True. Yeah, Adam Sandler does not make his wife the lead. She is a small role in every movie.
I totally get wanting to put your wife and your friends in a movie. God bless you, you know? Maybe if you were doing a widely beloved IP, Lily Munster's a big part of the Munsters. Don't you think you'd want to get an actress that you think could accurately convey that part? The Munsters is a black and white show, and I actually think black and white would have masked a lot of this.
I think it's a weird choice to make something in color that was meant to be in black and white, especially if the production value is not great.
See, that looks great. That looks great. Hey everyone, hopefully you'll pardon at least one little interruption. If you've been keeping up with me, you know that I've been talking a lot lately about proper number 12 Irish whiskey. Listen, if you partake, this is the stuff that you have on your radar, particularly if you like brown liquor. It's no secret, I'm Irish, I'm a martial artist. I relate heavily to Conor McGregor, both because of these things, but also because of his pride for where he came from and his affinity for whiskey. Now the winter season is coming up, so I want to show you my favorite go-to drink for this season. I present to you one of the most beautiful things to come out of Ireland, the Irish coffee, using my favorite Irish whiskey, proper number 12. We'll start with my cup of coffee right here. It's a dark roast. Take about a shot of Irish cream, and we're gonna put that right into the coffee, and you get it nice and light there. But we want the most important part, which is proper 12. I like this for this drink especially because while you still can taste it and it's still distinct, it's not gonna override the flavor of the coffee either. It just makes for a nice mix. We're gonna put a couple fingers right into this cup here. And now, just to top it all off, I like to add a little dash of cinnamon. And there's an adult winter drink to enjoy responsibly with proper number 12. And folks, if you like me, or you like proper number 12, or you just think we're a good team, please consider voting for me as the next proper number 12 ambassador. Meanwhile, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to proper number 12 for your terrific whiskey. Cheers. So at this juncture in the movie, the Munsters are visiting a costume party, and the costumes look about as good as the Munsters' actual skin. It's a cartoon now.
Oh, they're going to Universal. That's kind of cute. They are so green. It's like distracting.
Like, Herman looks like he's a Halloween costume. Can you imagine the wit and humor that it took to think of Herman doesn't quite know that he's won the negotiation?
Riveting. If only buying a house was that easy.
I'm moving in today. So it seems like this movie kind of just doesn't have a climax. And not that the Munsters TV show was ever particularly tense or riveting television, but there was a problem every week that they did solve. And I was hoping for the... What is happening? So there's a rave going on the front lawn of their new house? And I guess fine. That was a big sacrifice to sit through over 2 hours of that. If you enjoyed it, please, please, please consider subscribing. I thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for all of the support, because the more you subscribe and the more videos that you like, the more stuff I can make and the more different content that I can put out there, and hopefully it will find an audience. Have some fruit brute. We'll see you in the next one. He was tall and he was green. And that calls for a regular Halloween Spooktacular. Monster Man. Monster